A typical in-person big room planning event usually spans 1 to 2 days. For virtual events, facilitators can also plan 4 half-day sessions as a way to help teams avoid Zoom fatigue, which, by the way, is real. Bryan and I will be describing the steps of a full 2-day schedule, which you can adjust for a virtual event.
Before the start of an in-person event, facilitators take time to make sure the room is set up. For me, that includes ensuring breakfast or snacks are available for participants, that planning materials are in place, music is playing, and that everyone is able to participate from a technical standpoint. You got to set the vibe. For hybrid and remote teams, the facilitator can start setting up the virtual space in the days before the event.
A virtual whiteboard like Lucid Spark makes it easy to add everything for program level planning to a shared canvas, including agenda, timelines, and icebreaker activities. With features like breakout boards, you can also set up spaces for team level planning. Make sure participants are able to contribute by linking the Lucid Spark board to the calendar invite.
That's a good idea. Kick off your in-person or virtual event with an enthusiastic welcome.
You get a welcome, and you get a welcome, and you get a welcome.
Consider inviting a senior executive to offer opening remarks. They could discuss the impact that each team's work is already having on the organization and why the next phase of work is important.
Next, focus on the future by sharing the mission, vision, and roadmap for the upcoming planning timeframe. You may also want to invite key stakeholders to discuss the significance of the upcoming work and its potential impact on the business, helping to motivate and align the teams.
As a last step before the group breaks into teams, bring in anyone who will share key technical information. This gives everyone the opportunity to ask questions and take notes, but keep it brief. You don't want the start of this meeting to take too long, or teams might lose their enthusiasm and momentum.
Finally, it's time for teams to take a look at their backlog and begin to make guesses about how the work might flow during the planned increment. Scrum Masters, product owners, and stakeholders are there to provide assistance, answer questions, and make big decisions.
As you know, Jessica, there's no recipe for big room planning.
Sure isn't.
A lot of converging and diverging is going to happen. Teams will diverge for a period of time to discuss their plans, then they might converge and talk about dependencies, work together to mitigate risks, and pull in decision makers as needed. Throughout the process, Scrum Masters help with bottlenecks, facilitate problem solving, bring in subject matter experts, and help everybody stay on track.
So important. As part of the convergence, Scrum Masters might sync with program leadership to check in, see how everyone's feeling, and identify anything they can mitigate together. As the plan starts to take shape, product owners might sync as well to make sure all aspects of the work have been addressed.
Big room planning takes time and does make people tired. And tired people don't plan well.
They sure don't.
That's why it's important to end the event on time. After you wrap up team planning session, there's one final step before you call it a day.
Finally, it's time to walk the walls. For in-person planning, this means the group physically walks around to each team's space, reviewing how the plan is shaping up and identifying any remaining gaps and risks. It's important that decision makers are there to help make teams make trade-offs.
Generally by that time we have a lot of questions to get resolved. Yeah. For remote events, walking the walls means reviewing plans shared in the virtual whiteboard. The point of walking the walls is to identify ways to optimize the emerging plan so you can deliver the best value possible.
Which is what we want.
Yeah. Being able to mitigate risks and misalignment is what big room planning is all about.